What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tisha the Brave. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing okay. Before we get into the video, if you guys are interested in astrology, numerology, or tarot and oracle cards, you guys should definitely check me out on Patreon, because every Monday I give you guys a moon cycle forecast along with the numerology of the day. And also you guys get to do a pick a card session every Monday on my Patreon, so you guys should definitely check me out on there if you are interested. But at the end of this video there is going to be a chakra reading, so definitely stick around and stay tuned if you are wanting to know why you cannot connect to your root chakra, or what you need to do to connect to your root chakra, okay? So the root chakra helps provide you with a feeling of safety, and with this feeling of safety you then feel like you can overcome challenges a lot easier. It's the foundation of trust and faith in the divine, or source energy, or God, or whatever deity you want to put here. So if you are struggling with getting in touch with your root chakra, you may not trust very easily, or maybe you trust way too easily, okay? Like you're either or you find it hard to make up your mind about your belief system. Some of us are like teetering in religion and not, like you're like hopscotching. You're like hopscotching, you're like waiting to jump in, or maybe you're like, I've been in here, I don't really like it here, I'm not really sure. And some of you kind of like take beliefs from everywhere, which is fine, but you don't establish yourself as a person that's like a person who takes from everywhere. You may be a person that's like, oh, is that a bit like sketchy? It's okay to be who you want to be. It's okay to believe what you want to believe, but you kind of need to make a solid choice about what you believe. You may find that you don't belong in any place, or you may be unsure of yourself. You may be a person that's kind of like in these friendships, in these relationships, and you end up becoming the other person or having their personality because you don't know yourself. So that's something you may struggle with. You may avoid the color red. Now, of course, I'm wearing red on purpose because this is the root chakra color, period. Okay? You may not be in nature a lot, and you try to maybe avoid the outdoors. It's kind of like, oh, let's go outside, or you're like, no, why would I go outside? There's like flies and insects and nature's like ill. And now being in nature is very healing. It's very much about like trusting the surroundings around you, and it's a place to kind of like lose yourself, but also be grounded. So if you're avoiding nature, you're avoiding what the divine has given to you initially, without the buildings and without all of that stuff, you know? You may not like walking barefoot, and maybe you lack vitamin C, okay? You may have bladder problems, lower back pain or lower back issues. You may have problems with your feet and anxiety. You may have lots of anxiety and lots of fear. Okay, so here's some bonus information. If you guys have these in your top 3, like your rising sign, your sun sign, and your moon sign, please watch out, because Capricorns, Sagittariuses, Aquariuses, and Pisces placements tend to have weaker root chakras due to the body placements that they govern. So how do you like activate your root chakra, or how do you like get in tune with your root chakra? You can start off by just simply eating more red food. So you can start eating like red bell peppers, cherries, tomatoes, strawberries, like, and just try to include them in your everyday life. Like put some of these in your smoothies, put some of these in your salads, you know? And then you can meditate with red crystals, and also place them on like your lower spine as you lay down. And some of those crystals include garnet, red jasper, bloodstone, carnelian. Some of the other ones that you can include that are not red: hematite, black obsidian, black tourmaline, and smoky quartz. Those are also good to help with your root chakra. The other thing that you can start doing is saying some root chakra affirmations. This is also good for your throat chakra too. So this is like a double up kind of thing. The more you say something, the more you kind of like believe what you're saying. This is also good for your throat chakra and your solar plexus. So you're kind of like tripling what you're doing here, which is really good. This is something that you definitely need, right? If you literally go in Google Images and type root chakra affirmations, you could just look at the amount of like affirmations people have already put out there for you. It's as simple as like printing them or downloading them on your phone and just start saying them, or put them in a place where you can actually see them, right? When it comes to the root chakra issues, it's like you have to be wise when it comes to your personal relationships. Make sure people's actions are aligning with their words, and then take the appropriate action to stay or leave. Because what happens is when you have like a root chakra that's not really strong, is like you end up forgiving a lot, just acting like they're never going to do this to me again, or you're a person that blocks out everyone. You have one bad experience and now you're like blocking out everyone. This is why having safety in the this is why working on the root chakra is so important, because when you have safety in the divine makes you more intuitive, you become more connected, and you start realizing, you know, maybe this person isn't such a bad person, they had a bad day, or maybe this person has been bad to me all along and now I need to leave. This is why working on the root chakra is so important, and the way you work on it is by doing the things that I said earlier. So knowing that we know this, now knowing this information, the most important thing you can do to do work with any chakra just generally is to meditate. You have to start your day like this and you have to end your day like this. I would encourage, like, you know, getting the crystals with the meditation, you know. So your energy matters. When you calm yourself, you're able to make wiser decisions for yourself. You become way more in tune with the divine. And now, to really unearth this properly, to really understand like where you're going wrong, we're now going to get into some reading. Okay guys, welcome to your reading. We're going to find out what's going on with your root chakra right now. So pick a number between 1, 2 and 3 and let's see what's happening in terms of your root chakra. 1, 2 or 3. We're going to start with pile number 1, and you guys have gotten Temperance and the Spider card, which says tune into your energetic grids around you. Where can you send your energy for healing? Okay, if you guys got the Temperance card, then you are definitely more in tune with your divine feminine than you are in tune with your divine masculine. The root chakra is very divine masculine. I think some of you guys are way too emotional and not making logical decisions. You guys are probably people who need to actually be more blunt, be more aggressive, and have more boundaries with people. Interestingly enough, you guys got the Spider card, but I feel like I need to read what it says, because I feel like there's a message in the booklet. So let's see what it says. Spiders are masters of communication. Their webs connect us more to nature, the sky, land, sea and air. These webs are information highways. They are the energetic ley lines around the earth. Okay, done. I already know what this means. Basically you got this because you're a person that is not believing what people are saying to you and telling you who they really are, because you guys don't have boundaries. Because what happens is like you keep giving people chances and chances and chances, hence why you got Temperance, because you're very much in your divine feminine, which is like forgiveness, give people chances, but it's like you need to cut cords, you need to have boundaries. There are people that are telling you who they are, but you're not believing it. Their actions are showing it. They're literally talking to you badly, maybe some of them, but you're not believing it. The people around you are telling you who they are. You're choosing not to believe them because you believe that everybody has some good. You're very selfless, forgiving people, very empathetic people, and you definitely need some more guidance into like showing what you guys definitely need more guidance about like what to do with this kind of energy. So 4 cards popped out for you. Let's see what we got here. Oh, we got the Lovers card, we got Strength, we've got Judgment in reverse, and then we've got the Knight of Cups. Okay, so let's start with the major arcanas that we've gotten, because I feel like those are always the ones that tell the story. So you got the Lovers card here. This is definitely about relationships, definitely about people who burnt you, who've hurt you, who've kind of made you feel good in the moment. Definitely made you feel good in the moment. But I also see that you got the Strength card. For me, that's telling me that you haven't been as vulnerable with them as you should have been. This is very interesting stuff. Like you have been holding yourself back a little bit more. And I think now you're kind of like ready to embrace your vulnerability and tell them exactly how you feel. Or maybe it's taking you some time to just figure out how you feel. But I think you're ready at this moment to embrace something quite scary, which is maybe possibly letting some of the people that have made you feel good go, you know. You got the Judgment card in reverse as well. So the Judgment card is usually about like your inner calling, like technically like judgment as well. But also right now you're having some self-doubt. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. So, I mean, you getting the Judgment card as well. This is definitely about self-doubt, like doubting, not just self-doubt, but like doubting the people that have given you so much love, or should I say love? or should I say love, you know? You feel like you've been hurt by them, like someone's thrown a stone at you, and now you're getting a big wake-up call. Like, basically, you're getting a big wake-up call. I wouldn't be surprised if we got, like, a Tower card in the end. You guys got the Knights of Cups in reverse. There's definitely some overstimulation happening, some overthinking, and it's making you quite moody. And the thing is like, I feel like you can be this to yourself. That you could be this to yourself. You know how I was saying you weren't speaking up for yourself, and like now you're starting to like find your voice. Like, you haven't spoken up for yourself, and this is why there's so much blue here. This is really giving me throat chakra vibes. I really feel like you guys need to work on your throat chakra. Start establishing your boundaries. Start speaking when things are uncomfortable, because you need to protect yourself. You haven't protected yourself. The root chakra is about protecting yourself. So for you to help yourself with the root chakra, you definitely need to speak up and create boundaries. Speak up, create boundaries. People are showing you who they are, but you are not taking that in as much, or maybe you're starting to take that in. Let's go with the astrology dice to get some further information. Okay, so we got second house. Okay, so we got second house, and then we got here we have Saturn, and then we got Capricorn. Okay, and then Capricorn, long term, you need to get into your masculine. Long term, you need to get into your masculine. 2 is the number of, I believe 2 is the number of independence. It's about finance. It's about finding your independence. And I think long term, you need to like start thinking about your independence more. Start thinking about like the things that are actually going to help you become more independent, because like if you got 8 is like shared finances. 2 is like just monetary work, and also like Capricorn and Saturn being very long-term type people. 2 is also long-term because it's like Taurus energy. You need to start thinking about your independence a lot more. Who are you without these people present in your life, and how can they honor, and how can you honor yourself? You need to start honoring yourself. So number 1, that was your reading. If you guys like this reading, then don't forget to subscribe. Let me know in the comment sections down below which one you chose, and tell me if it resonated with you. Okay, if you guys chose group number 2, let's see what you got here. You have got the moon in reverse, very interesting. And then you have gotten the cat, which is saying to speak your truth and have strength, faith, and conviction in your voice. It has never been more needed. I'm just gonna show this card upright so you can look at it, but like to get in reverse means to release of fear, repressed emotion, like having some inner confusion. There has obviously been some sort of there's obviously been some confusion about the people that you've been dealing with, and the cat is telling you to speak your truth. This is actually very similar to the first group, to be honest, but the cat is telling you to speak your truth and have strength and faith and conviction in your own voice. Like, maybe you are not talking or speaking up. No, you guys are not speaking up about your emotions at all. Like, you're holding it in. This is why you got the cat card, because it's telling you to speak your truth, right? So let's see what else comes out for you guys. There's obviously something else coming out for you guys. Okay, I got these cards. I'm just gonna trust these cards because, okay, Ace of Swords, 5 of Cups, 4 of Swords in reverse, the Star, hello, the Magician in reverse, Ace of Pentacles, 6 of Swords. All right, we're gonna like, let's take away stuff that is not major arcana at the minute. Let's go with the Star, the Magician, and did we have one more major arcana? No, it's these 2. All right. Let's start with this first. Okay, we got the Star card here. So the Star card is telling you to have some hope, some faith, which is hilarious because we're doing a root chakra reading. This is like, this is who you're supposed to become. Somebody who has a lot of hope and a lot of faith and sees the beauty all around them, you know? And then you got the Magician in reverse. You have really, like, right now you have some untapped potential because you're not actually, you've got, okay, this is not just a root chakra reading for you guys. This is a several chakra reading for you guys. There is no sacral activity going on. There is no solar activity going on. There's a lot of, like, basically the bottom 3 chakras are, like, non-existent right now, or, like, you need to be working on them a lot more. For you not to talk about your emotions is actually not helping you. Like, for you not to recognize your own emotions or speak about your own emotions is not actually helping you be vulnerable. And to be vulnerable means that you're tapping into this amazing potential. Like, you can be this person, but you're choosing not to be this person. Instead, what you're doing is not talking about your emotions or not channeling them anyway. You're not channeling them anywhere. People who channel their emotions are the people who actually have like some of the biggest hits or some of like the most amazing artwork. Like that's what happens when you channel your emotions. Like you end up creating masterpieces, and right now you have so much untapped potential because you're not actually talking about that. And you have a lot of fear about releasing your emotions. I mean, hello, it's a root chakra reading. You have a lot of fear about releasing your emotions. What has happened to you? Have you been rejected? There's some, I feel like there's been rejection. Yeah, 5 of Cups. You need to release. Flipping out. Like, right here, this woman is pouring water into water. Like, hello, pour your emotions out. Like, what are you afraid of? Has there been some sort of rejection? That's what I feel like has been happening to you guys. Okay, 4 of Wands. This to me is probably a breakdown in communication right now. Like, usually this is about celebration and like community, home, marriage, that kind of thing. Like, right now there is something going on with your community. You don't trust them. You don't trust your community. Like, look at this card right here. Like, you see how this mother is supposed to be leading her daughter somewhere. Like, do you know what I'm saying? For you guys, it's like, breakdown in communication. I don't like my community right now. I don't like the people around me. Okay, so cool. Surround yourself with better people. Or become your own best friend. Like I said in the actual video beforehand, if you're not trusting people very easily and you don't trust at all, then you're going to become, one, you're going to become very bitter, but 2, you're not really working on your root chakra at all. All right, 6 of Swords, here we go. You're in a transitional phase right now. I think you're recognizing that you need to do better and be better. I think you know that if you carry on being this way, that it's going to be a very lonely journey. Right? This is why so many cards came out for you. You know that it's going to be a very lonely journey for you guys if you don't do it this way. Ace of Pentacles, like I honestly am interpreting this as start to ground yourself, which is Ace of Pentacles to me, this is the Earth card, right? Pentacles are Earth card. For me, this is a moment for you to actually ground yourself, like the beginning of doing something different. Earthy, like ground yourself. I don't care what this actually means. I'm telling you, interpret it. Like intuitively, I'm reading this as ground yourself. Ace of Swords, this is the beginning of different type of communication to me. Like start communicating differently or start channeling your communication. If you're worried about the people around you, if you do not trust the people around you or something, then start like communicating by like writing in a diary or writing a song or something. But you're not putting your emotions anywhere. This is what I'm seeing, and this is the moment where you're gonna have to start. So if there are people you can trust, you're gonna have to start talking or start talking to the divine itself, because what is happening right now for you is that you're avoiding all of your feelings. This is why the cat came for you, which is again to remind you to speak your truth, to have strength and faith and conviction in your voice. It has never been more needed, for real. All right, we're gonna go with the astrology dice real quick. You guys got a lot of cards. Astrology dice. Okay, so we got Pisces, lovely. Emotion, 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 the strongest emotion of all time. And then we got North Node, hilarious, because that's probably what you need to do more. And House 2. What you need to do more, this is what North Node is. Like, what you need to do more is to allow a balance between your divine feminine and masculine. There is nothing wrong with, like, understanding boundaries. There's nothing wrong with like the boundaries that you have with certain people, with certain friends or whatever. But if you find yourself doing that a bit too much, that's because of the fact that you're not allowing yourself to trust anybody, and therefore you're not having any type of good time in your life, if you know what I mean. Like, you're not having any fun. The Pisces are endlessly trusting. I know, because I am one. Endlessly trusting. Learn to allow people to show themselves to you before you make any judgments, because right now you're making a bit too much judgments. So fall into your intuition, because technically you do not have one. Like, the moon is intuitive as well. Like, this is a brutal reading, I'm not gonna lie to you. This is very brutal, but like right now you need to actually think about like the boundaries that you keep creating for you not to trust anybody or trust anyone. My advice to you guys is to find, like, ground yourself, and also do the root chakra affirmations, and like before you judge anyone, look at their actions first, and then think about the intention behind action, because a lot of people just do actions and not think about like the intentions of things. All right, so that was group number 2. Okay, group number 3, this is your reading. Okay, so what we got here is we got the 4 of Cups, and we've got the Swan card, and the Swan card has told us to the Swan card says graceful transformation, soften your heart and find your flow. Ooh okay, we got the 4 of Cups. Like, hello, this is something's going on here. Okay, some of you guys need to reevaluate. Some of you guys need to reevaluate certain situations that have become the worst of you. I think this group has been very burnt. This is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling that this group has been very burnt, and you've now become maybe untrustworthy of people. It says soften your heart. It says soften your heart, find your flow. All right, soften your heart, yeah? Okay. So that's definitely telling me that you guys have been burnt. And oh my gosh. Okay, we're going to go with these. I got this one as well. All right. I don't feel like I need all of these cards. I'm just going to pick intuitively. Or you guys pick, right? You guys pick. Some of you draw me to something. Someone's telling me to draw this one and this one. Okay, we're going to go with that. All right, cool. Okay. Right, here we go. Oh, okay. So first things first, we have got a major arcana going on, and then we're going to just go in with whatever. Okay. All right. So we've got the Justice card in reverse. I'm just going to turn it up so you can see the card itself, right? Okay. So upright, this means like justice, fairness, truth, cause and effects, like law. But here we go. Unfairness, lack of accountability, and dishonesty. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. You guys have obviously had some trust issues because someone has probably burnt you in the past, making you feel untrustworthy, which is, you know, the root chakra is all about like having trust in the divine. I feel like maybe you guys have been burnt by people, religion, maybe your family or something like that. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, next card we got was a Knight of Cups in reverse. I'm just going to show you her upright. She's a very pretty lady on this horse. Okay, creativity, romance and charm, imagination and beauty, like, you know, that's what we got upright. But hey, over here, overactive imagination, unrealistic, moody. Okay, so if we got this in reverse, this is telling me that, hey, we have had maybe some issues where people have done something to you, but you have maybe taken it the wrong way. Every time I see a cups card, like, of course I'm thinking like water sign people are very intentional. Sorry, water sign people are very sensitive, and a lot of the times when people burn people, like especially to water signs, it's like they take it in the wrong way. Like they may be overactive in their imagination because like they're so sensitive. And I understand, I'm a Pisces. You need to let that shit go though, because it's Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is like, let it go. Swords is also about communication. Have that conversation. Maybe you need to let whatever burnt you go. Maybe you don't need to have the conversation, but just generally, like, you are holding on to a grudge, my friend, and that's not helping your root chakra at all. Three of Swords, somebody definitely yeah, Three of Swords, someone's broken your heart. It could be a relationship, but there's definitely something. You've had some grief. You had something's been going on. It could be that you've even said goodbye to a loved one, and that hurt you because you need that support. And I understand that. I lost my best friend at the age of 20. I'm now 29. That pain doesn't go away. That grief doesn't go away. And I feel like you feel like things are unfair. Like, Justice card is like, I feel like shit is unfair, you know, but you need to let something go. Like, it's either a grudge or grief or something really deep happened to you. Really deep happened to you. But I want you to remember that we got this card because you need a graceful transformation. You're going through something and you need to soften your heart. You need to soften your heart and find your flow. Five of Swords, there's definitely been some conflict going on here. Like, all of these birds are trying to get out at the same time, but if they just sat and talked, they would probably think about like what is the best way to get through these swords. Like, I don't know if you can see properly, but there's a gray bird, a black bird and a white bird. Like, these birds are trying to get out. Yeah, that is a blackbird. Yeah, these birds are trying to get out, but like without having a conversation, they're all just like having action. There's action going on with no talking. You need to start talking about your feelings as well. Like, a lot of the group readings I've done right now with the root chakra, obviously it's the same theme, it's the root, but you guys are not talking about what's actually burning you and what's actually happening with you, and you need to actually talk about that because it's hard dealing with it alone. And then the Queen of Cups came up. I feel like now that you know you're holding a grudge, either some of you are still holding this grudge or some of you are trying to like transition into being more of the Queen of Cups, which is more balanced with your emotions, more intuitive. As you can see here, look, she's got the third eye. Yeah, you guys are learning to become more intuitive. You've been through something really dark, something really deep. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys had Scorpio placements. Something deep and transformational has been happening. We just had the eclipse. I'm assuming that you've gone through something really big, or learned about like the thing that has harmed you the most in your life. Now, right now, we're trying to be the swan, which is like to soften our heart and find our flow. So for me, I think you guys really need to start channeling your energy, and also start trusting in the process of this thing that has hurt you, because I think you guys are a bit like me. You've gone through a lot in your lives, like really deep shit, and you've kind of like been like, when is it my turn to kind of like flourish? When is it my turn to feel happy? When is it my turn to feel good again? But the truth is like all of those things, if you didn't go through all of those things, you wouldn't be a strong person. You wouldn't be the person that you are today. You needed to go through those things because your life has a much more bigger meaning than you think it has. Okay, so we're gonna go into the astrology dice. We're gonna get some more advice here. Okay, so 3rd house, communication. And then we have Saturn, long term. Then we have Gemini. I think it's of your benefit long term to actually talk about your feelings, to actually have it be a part of your life. I'm also strongly hearing that this is a group that may need to go to therapy. Something big has happened. Something massive has happened. You know what? I'm feeling the need to actually look up the Swan card for you guys, because I feel like there's much more to this than needs to than I can give to you right now. The Swan is a beautiful symbol of the divine feminine, asking that you pay more attention to your intuition and instinct. The Swan has an angelic energy that brings grace, guiding and encouraging you to soften your heart even further. The Swan will help you find your flow. She will be your guide, connecting you to your higher self, so she can connect to the angelic realms above and bring down the higher guidance for you. So all that she asks is that you stay true to yourself and shine your inner light and inner beauty bright so that the world can see it. Yeah, looking to the future, the Swan will help you accept healing and transformation where you might be guarding and protecting yourself. Okay, I really do feel like this this group in particular is going to get a lot of signs and symbols. If you're ready to embrace that, you will. And that will eventually soften your heart, and that will help soften your heart because of the fact that you know that the divine is reaching out to you. You also need to play your part in reaching out to the divine. You got Gemini and house 3. Long term, you need to start thinking about your message to the divine. Like that's... You need to start connecting to the divine a lot more. You've been burnt a few times. Life has been really hard. You may be really upset with like God or the deity or whatever you believe. You may be really upset with your spiritual guidance right now, but you need to actually contact like your spirit guides, your ancestors, or whatever it is that you believe. You need to start staying in contact with that. But you guys should look towards the positive. You really should. All the things that have happened today are because of the fact that you need to be stronger. Working on the root chakra for you will mean to talk it out, because what happens is once you talk it out, you'll start gaining a little bit more trust and seeing the signs from the divine. You'll definitely start seeing that. So you guys definitely need to start channeling that Queen of Cups energy, just being more intuitive and listening and looking out for the signs. Working on the root for you will also be about working on the throat. This is why all this blue is everywhere, okay? Absolutely. All right, don't forget to subscribe, like and share if you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.